Hi there. Today we're going to take a look at how to use Google Forms. It's just a quick overview of how to use Google Forms. So we're going to start off by going to our waffle menu, and we're going to scroll down to see Forms. Okay, we're going to start a blank form. We're going to call this form, what are your favorites? So we've got our title, we've got our description. You can see that question 1 is already sort of quasi-populated. I'm going to click on it and it's going to open it up. You can see that we have different choices. We can do short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, checkboxes, drop down. We can require them to upload a file. They can rank on a scale of 1 to 5 or 10. And there are a couple of other choices as well that you can check out if you would like to. I'm going to make this one a drop down. Okay, so my question is going to be, which of these animals do you prefer? Okay, you can do as many and as many options as you want to. Then down at the bottom, I can choose to make this a required question, or I can let them skip it. So it defaults off, so I'm going to turn it on so that students have to answer it before they can move on. Over on the side, I'm going to go ahead and click the plus sign to make a second question. Flavors do you like? Okay, so I'm going to make this a checkbox answer so they can choose as many as they want to. Make it required. Add a new question. I'm going to make this one a short answer question. Okay, and then there's going to be lines for them to be able to answer that question. I'm going to make it required. Okay, so some other options are you could, if you chose to, add a picture for people to have a visual. You could also separate this into sections for different chapters or topics. You could add a video if you wanted to explain instructions, or you wanted them to be showing comprehension of something that they've heard or learned that way. You could add a title and a description. So there's a lot of different choices we have. Okay, so now that we have our questions. If I click up in the untitled form, it will add the name from the title here. We have a couple of different things we can do. We can change the way it looks. Lots of different options that you can do there. Then we can preview. We're going to look at what it's going to look like to the students. When they come to the form, this is what it's going to look like. You can click our choice. You could have pictures for each of these things. And then they would submit. And then it will show them this when the response has been submitted. Okay, so let's go back to our form. We have some choices under settings that we can choose from. We can collect the email addresses and send a response that they've done it. If we don't do that, we could only let people right now in Wilton Line do the quiz, or we could limit to one response per person so that somebody can't do it multiple times and they would have to sign in as themselves into Google. We can make it so that they can see the results after they submit their own quiz, or we can let them go in and edit it after they hit submit. This will you can have a progress bar so that as they answer questions, it will show them how close they are to the end. You can make the questions appear in different orders every time. Allow them to submit another response. And if you make this a quiz, you can turn on locked mode so nobody can go into another tab to find the answers while they're taking the quiz. It will automatically grade it for you, or you can manually review it to grade it. And they can see what they've missed, the correct answers and the point values, or not, depending on what you do. Okay, so we could print out a copy if we wanted to. We can send. When we send it, this will send to emails and we can populate emails. We can also just get a link to it. So if we want to put it in a classroom or on a web page, we can add the link. Sometimes it's easier to shorten the URL so that there's less there. It's a little bit complex in terms of entering it, but it looks better. Or you could embed it so that it opens up right in the screen that they're working in. So you choose what you're going to do. You copy the link. Okay, and then you post it wherever you want to post it. And we can see that once you go in, you can close it out, walk away from it. And then I'm going to go to my drive. It'll show up in my drive. I'm going to go ahead and open it. And I can see that I have one response. So I can go in, I can check it. If you have a deadline, you can keep accepting responses on until your deadline, and then you can turn it off. And it will also break it down in charts, which is nice and helpful. If you have several, so this would be like a summary view. You can also look at it question by question. And then you can look at the individual responses. And then you can assign grades on the side, and it will tabulate it for you. Okay. So that is like a pretty quick overview. You can also make a spreadsheet of your answers. That's fun. I haven't done that before. And it will show you when it happened, who it came from, what their score was, and their answers to the questions. That's a fun feature I hadn't seen before. All right, so that's a quick overview of using Google Forms. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day.